go for the S0204 Utah. Ta-da-ta-da! It is 5:57 and not 2 o'clock like the receipt shows. Mountain Standard Time, here we go. Doo-doo-doo. So 100 miles into my trip so far, and ugh. Things are not going well. So my starting receipt is off, and I even checked the interior receipt that I got when I bought coffee, and it too is off. I think the minutes are right, but the hours are 4 hours off. Go figure. I get down here to the turn for 1:30 and I completely miss it. I was like, whoops, need to turn around and come back. But worst of all, my jacket's not working. So it's like there's a wire bent or something and broken. So I'm having to fuss with it, and I've got pretty much no heat. So it's cold, it's windy, and we're 100 miles down, so 900 more to go. Woohoo! Alright, so we are coming up on mile 200, so I figured I would give a update as to what's been going on. It is still very cold. My jacket still is not working, so there's that. But it briefly worked until I moved around a bit. The speed limit on I-15 just outside of Cedar City is 80 miles an hour. No, I will not be going that way. And, you know, gas is actually fairly good. It's only $2.69 or something like that. $2.99 with a card. No, that's not right. So, but there you go. That would be the 200-mile roundup. I-15 south, heading north towards Provo. Or thereabouts. Alright, ciao. Alright, so it is time for the 300-mile update. Running a little bit behind because, as usual, when I start at 4 o'clock in the morning, I can't make it very far. So I pulled over at a rest stop next to the historic Cove Fort, and just took about a 15-minute nap. And this actually helped. I'm now awake. My jacket still isn't working, but it's warmed up so where it's just mildly cool versus just cold. Tonight's going to be really interesting on that. I hope it warms up more. But speaking of rest areas, yo, NDOT, really, come over here, talk to Utah, because one of the gripes that I have, and there are very few gripes I have about riding anywhere in Nevada, is that there are no legitimate rest stops. I mean, there are a few, and they're far between, but, you know, if you get off of anywhere off of, you know, basically 80, there's like no real rest stops. And they're scattered haphazardly, at least I can't figure out a pattern. But over here, I have counted so many rest stops, and I have taken advantage of more than a few of them, just to pull over, sit, crash for about 5 minutes or so, just to walk around and stretch, and then hop back up right up. But anyways, yes, Nevada, please talk to Utah and add more rest stops. That would be greatly appreciated. Just admiring these big mountains that got snow on them. They're really big mountains. I need to look up what these are. I'm just leaving Spanish Fork, so that was the northern corner of my knot over Utah. See if I can make out whose brand is. Suzlon. Suzlon, okay. And those are big. Just doing the 400-mile update a little bit early. I'm on 392 right now. But this canyon's actually kind of pretty. This is Highway 6 coming out of Spanish Fork going into Price. Well, Price is 50 miles away, but still. But I thought this was kind of a neat canyon. I mean, it's, you know, you could definitely see Utah in it, but it's a lot greener than what you might be used to if you take 70, which will come later in the day. So I just thought it was neat, and I thought I'd share it. That's all. This is why I love the desert. Talk to you in about another 100 miles. It'll be the 500-mile one, so we'll take a gander at our time and see how we're doing. I think we're ahead because I started at 6 a.m. It's only 12:20 right now, and I've only got 100 miles to go, so I'm definitely under the midway point of the maximum. So, but we'll check in at 100 miles and see how things are looking. So here's the 500-mile check-in. Found the arid southwest. So 500 miles and 7 hours and 55 minutes. So squeaking ahead just a bit, despite slacking off a lot earlier this morning. I'm averaging 62.3 miles an hour. And what really helped a lot was the section between New Harmony and Spanish Fork on I-15 that is now 80 miles an hour. So luckily the gas stations that I had chosen were close enough that I was actually able to take advantage of that speed limit versus hanging out on the side going, please don't hit me, I'm a little, I'm a baby, I'll cry. So we're approaching I-70 right now and going off towards Thompson to grab some gas before turning south. And we'll kind of cruise by Moab and the Arches and Natural Bridges. And, well, I don't know if we'll get as far down as Natural Bridges. I know we go through Arches, or by Arches. But go down to Blanding, turn around. So, it should get pretty scenic here soon. And the good news is it's only 2 o'clock. Sun is up. Skies are clear. And it's a little warmer. It's actually tolerable now. I don't have my heated jacket on when it worked. So, but yeah, we're having a beautiful day. We're cruising along, and hopefully I'll be able to finish this today. All right, cool. Halfway point, 500 miles. Woo! Ooh, another motorcycle. It's like number 5 I've seen today. Look, Radiator Springs. It's actually Thompson Springs. That's where I'm going. But it's the same landscape. Welcome to my favorite part of Utah. I just love the snow-capped mountains in the background. It's just beyond cool. Actually, you can't see the river. Gee, maybe the hole in the rock is up here? Couldn't imagine it. Nah, this is a guess. I don't think it's here. I don't know what the 400 foot is. That's 400 feet. That is a big rock. It's an arch. Let's see if I can see the daylight through it. Okay, that was getting a picture. Stop, don't crash. That's pretty cool. So for the 600-mile report, still trucking along. Did figure out what was wrong with my jacket. The cable is broken again. I'm having so much problems with the connector cable. And a fairly good stream of traffic. I'm trying to stay ahead of them, so no worries there. And I don't know. But anyways, that's the 600-mile report. Okay, see you later. And now it is time for the 700-mile news. Okay, so we've been down to Blanding. The Sinclair that I had pegged as being, this would be the perfect one to stop at. The gas was fine, the pumps work. Unfortunately, when it said cashier has receipt, I discovered that there is no cashier because there's no store. It's just pumps, that's all there is. So luckily I was able to go down and buy a soda and then gave it to a willing teenager because all I needed was a receipt. It's starting to get a little cold, and again my jacket's not working, yay. But I at least know what the problem is, so I'm trying to work with it and make it work until I get back home. We're at 700 miles, all I need is 300 more. So we're taking this road straight back up through Moab and back to 70 and then 70 to 50 and 6 and then 50 all the way back into the border end. Day is almost done. It is 5:51. So it has actually been, it's actually 5:51. It has been 12 hours since I started. 700 miles in 12 hours. Am I on schedule? I don't know. My brain's not working. I need more sandwiches. Gotta eat my sandwich. Anyways, yep, 12 hours, 700 miles. Cool. So this is probably the update, the last update for tonight, because it's, as you can tell, getting very dark. This is the 800-mile update, and it is currently 7:24. I'm about, I don't know, 50 miles maybe-ish from Salina. I'm trying to run hard and go the speed limit up here in the 75s because it's still a little bit warm, and I can't even get my jacket to turn on at all. So I want to get as much done as I can before it gets too cold. So I'm running as hard as I can, going up through that mountain, which, granted, is not that hard. But I figured I'd fill up in Salina and then take advantage of I-15 being 80, cruise along that down to Holden, and then take Highway 50, and I'm on the home stretch from Holden to Highway 50. So, we're doing it, It's 800 miles, we got 200 miles to go. We can do it. We can do it before it gets too cold.